the Upper Peninsula's new CBS station, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Michigan Republicans are releasing details on their state education funding plan. Plus, we're live in Washington, D.C. to hear how Vietnam veterans will be honored this weekend. And the U.S. House has passed through the cuts made by the Department of Government Efficiency. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Hey, Kelly Rowland, how's it going? I don't see the sun out there right now.
Yeah, Kevin, I couldn't provide the sunshine for you today, especially on our Escanaba cam. Yeah, cloudy skies really for everyone this evening. We are staying mostly dry, but if we take a look at our Doppler max, we are seeing, mostly cloudy skies, maybe a few light rain showers. Shouldn't give you too much of an issue. A lot of it not even reaching the ground. So the cloudy skies will continue to dominate the evening and into tomorrow morning, still seeing some chilly temperatures. I'll have all those details, including your weekend outlook, coming up.
Kelly, thanks so much. A new higher education budget proposal from the Michigan House could mean big changes for universities and community colleges across the state. The $2.4 billion plan would create a $5,500 scholarship for every Michigan high school grad who attends an in-state university. House leaders say the plan shifts funding away from the University of Michigan and Michigan State to boost support for other campuses, including a $17 million increase for Michigan Tech. The budget also includes policy changes, including penalties for schools that keep diversity programs.
We need transparency and accountability in their funding, and we just can't have a lot of excess. Taxpayer dollars are important. People want accountability, they want transparency, and we're trying to deliver that.
We'll have more about the plan coming up tonight at 11. Due to the military parade taking place in Washington, D.C. this weekend, celebrating the Army's 250th birthday, a ceremony to honor Vietnam veterans had to be relocated. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joins us live now. Rachel, good evening.
Well, good evening, Kevin. So the ceremony honors Vietnam veterans who returned home from war, but they suffered from Agent Orange exposure, PTSD, and other illnesses. Now, for the past 30 years, this ceremony has taken place at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in D.C., except for this year, all because of the military parade. Each Father's Day weekend, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund holds their in-memory ceremony. It honors Vietnam veterans who were able to return home from war, but later suffered from Agent Orange exposure, PTSD, and other illnesses as a result of their service.
For In Memory this year, we're honoring 774 Vietnam veterans, and we have about 2,000 family members expected to attend on Saturday for the ceremony.
But when the president announced a military parade that same weekend of the event, the VVMF had to rethink how to hold this ceremony.
So we needed to have the accessibility for our attendees. We needed to have a solemn place to have the ceremony, and that just wasn't going to be able to happen in Washington, D.C. this weekend. And so we started looking for somewhere else to hold it.
For the first time in 30 years, this ceremony will not take place at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Grounds in D.C.'s National Mall. Instead of just canceling the event altogether, they wanted to make sure to move it to a different location to give veterans and their families a chance to see the wall. Under the hot summer sun and just a few miles away from D.C. in Alexandria, Virginia, volunteers quickly built the VVMF's Wall That Heals. It's a 3/4 scale mobile replica of the memorial in D.C.
Bringing in the Wall That Heals is really, it's the next best thing to being on the East Knoll of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial.
Although the location has changed, their commitment to conducting these ceremonies remains steadfast.
Besides the replica wall, we also have a replica in memory plaque here with us, and we think our families will be really pleased with what they see.
Now, Kevin, the VVMF says that they've really lucked out with having this Wall That Heals made available to them because this mobile replica is pretty booked out. It travels throughout several cities throughout the United States, and then it just so happened to be that this couple of days here there was an opening, so they were able to successfully get it down to the DC area for this. Kevin, back to you.
Rachel, thank you very much. This afternoon, the U.S. House of Representatives took a big step towards making spending cuts identified by the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, permanent. Our other D.C. correspondent, Brendan Scanlon, is live on Capitol Hill, where the House just passed the so-called rescissions package. Brendan, good evening to you. What can you tell us?
Hey there, Kevin. Good evening to you. Great to see you back on the desk here. Well, this rescissions package essentially would codify billions of dollars in federal spending that was identified by Elon Musk and DOGE. Now, it means basically that $9.4 billion in federal dollars appropriated or already approved by Congress to be spent would be clawed back if this package passes the Senate and is ultimately signed by President Donald Trump. Now, within the first few months of President Trump's second term, this controversial Department of Government Efficiency identified more than $9 billion in what they call wasteful spending. The package would cut $8.3 billion for the United States Agency for International Development, or USAID, as well as other international aid programs. It also includes over $1 billion in cuts for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which provides funding to NPR and PBS. Democrats say that funding is essential to the functioning of the public media system and the communities they serve. Democrats have also fiercely criticized many of the cuts in this package for many months. Even a handful of House Republicans have expressed concerns about cuts to the president's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, a program launched by George W. Bush aimed at combating HIV and AIDS globally. That program has been credited for saving millions of lives. The package narrowly passed the House not too long ago, 214 to 212 votes, with a handful of House Republicans voting against it. Congressman Jack Bergman, however, voted for the legislation. I asked him about some of those controversial cuts for USAID.
No, because I dealt with USAID in the late 90s when I was in uniform in European Command, and I saw I'll just say waste. I won't say fraud of the NGOs. We needed to reform and reduce USAID to get it back where it needs to be, not eliminate it. We need to utilize the dollars that we have appropriately going forward, knowing we'll never have enough. There's always more requests than there are dollars available. How do we prioritize and then stop spending money where it doesn't need to be spent any longer?
And Kevin, just for some context here, the federal government spent about $6.75 trillion in fiscal year 2024, according to the Treasury Department. But the funds that would essentially be clawed back in this package, the $9.4 billion, account for only about 0.14% of the budget in FY 2024. The next step for this package, of course, is to head over to the Senate. Republican leaders have reiterated consistently that they have a strong desire to get this across the finish line and to the president for a signature as soon as possible. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Kevin, back to you.
Brendan, thank you very much as always. And we have your first warning weather forecast after the break. We'll be right back.
People do terrible things. But being honest, I think most people are good.
There it is!
There's something I have to do.
What?
This.
Madeline Matlock? Who the hell are you?
You're loyal because it's who you are.
Group hug.
No group hug.
Yes, just not you.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health. Bringing out the better in all of us.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's big Father's Day recliner sale. You know, we have the largest selection of recliners in Michigan and Wisconsin. There's literally hundreds of recliners to choose from, and at the lowest price, and they start at just $279. There's big recliners for the big men, up to 500 pounds. And there's little recliners for the ladies and everything in between. There's power and power lift recliners in all different sizes, and leather recliners big and small and everything in between. Shop Shunk Furniture of Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. It is definitely a chilly one out there for Marquette, 48 degrees, but feels like temperatures at 44, mainly because of these north winds at about 9 miles per hour. Very low dew point, so it's chilly and it's dry with fairly high pressure in control as we're staying clear from most of the rain. Now, this is if reaching the ground, very, very light rain showers. You can see we're still getting sunshine returns out to Ironwood, so a lot of this is way high up in the atmosphere, but we are seeing pretty sunny skies, really, for most of the Upper Peninsula. Newberry 58, Escanaba 63. So really the Marquette area is definitely feeling the chilliest of the temperatures this evening. And of course, a look at the air quality index. This is just something we're going to have to start getting used to, and we're going to monitor it throughout the coming weeks into summer too. Right now, this is actually in the good range. 0 to 50 is still considered good. Once we get to 50 to 100, that's when those with those lung diseases or heart diseases need to start watching out. So for tonight, it's cloudy skies, but we're not seeing anything in the way of those air quality warnings. Your watches and warnings are all clear too, not just for the air quality, but we don't have any active alerts going on. Here's a closer look at our Doppler max. Yeah. Anything reaching the ground, very, very light, maybe a few raindrops. The overall trend for tonight is cloudy and chilly. There will be some improvements, especially as we get to Father's Day, but we are still going to be tracking a little bit of this rain for tomorrow. First morning weather futurecast. This rain is actually trending further south. I said Iron Mountain and Iron River, you might get clipped with that rain, and that still seems to be the case, especially with those yellows and the oranges. You might get those moderate to heavy pockets in there, but overall up to Eagle Harbor, Houghton, we are looking good for Friday. Saturday morning will likely start with cloudy skies and get that on and off cloud cover through the day on Saturday. And you can even see here on the future rain outlook, most of the heavy rain stays into Wisconsin. Might pick up, accumulate half of an inch for that rain, but overall, yeah, not too bad. Fishing outlook also pretty good for tomorrow. A 3 out of 4 stars. Your Blades bait and tackle fishing outlook with the best times for the afternoon between 2 to 4. We might run into some rain and east winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Quick look at your weekend as we head into Father's Day weekend. It will improve as we get to Father's Day when we finally get some warmer temperatures and some sunshine. Make sure to stay tuned for the end of the show. I'll have a look at your 7-day.
Kelly, thanks again. And coming up next on Insights, the excitement is building for Bridge Fest in Houghton Hancock this weekend. We'll have a preview when we come back.
Spas, spas, spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the Ruth Butler Building at the UP State Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the UP State Fairgrounds.
At Choice Hotels like this Comfort Hotel, you get more for your money so you can maximize any vacation, like starting game day with a free hot breakfast. I got waffles. How about you? Go Waffles! Woo! Stay Twice and get a $50 gift card when you book direct.
Is that our luggage rack?
Fix that thing. Gorilla Tape.
Of course.
Double thick adhesive for a hold that lasts. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth. And for a clear fix, try Crystal Clear Gorilla Tape.
It's Father's Day, and Dad deserves the best. Shop Kirkish Furniture's Father's Day sale on now. Save on Lazy Boy recliners, grills, indoor smokers, Restonic and Tempur-Pedic mattresses, beverage cenders, ice makers, patio furniture, air conditioners, and so much more. 12 months free financing and always free local delivery at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton.
Give Dad the ultimate gift this Father's Day with Skill Power Tools from Menards. They're built for power, precision, and portability. From drills and drivers to sanders and saws, Skill delivers advanced performance and durability with the convenience of cordless technology. Plus, the PowerCore 20 battery powers every Skill 20-volt tool for ultimate versatility. Get this Skill 20-volt cordless drill driver kit for $64.96 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Spas, spas, spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the Ruth Butler Building at the UP State Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the UP State Fairgrounds.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. This weekend, the Houghton and Hancock communities are celebrating the 65th anniversary of the Portage Lake Lift Bridge. Here to tell us what's in store for this weekend's annual Bridge Fest is Keweenaw Chamber of Commerce Manager Katie Schlieve. Katie, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. First of all, let's just go over the background of Bridge Fest. How did it begin?
Yeah, we're in our 38th year celebration of the Bridge Fest community celebration that kicks off always Father's Day weekend. And that is the 65th year that the bridge was actually made. So we're doing a good celebration for the Portage Canal and celebrating the two communities that it connects. And we're going to have a good jam-packed, full weekend of family fun activities.
Excellent. I was up there last year. I understand helicopter rides are a big part of it, and I understand they started today. Tell us about those.
Yeah, we were just setting tents down at the Ray Kessner Waterfront Park, and I heard them circling over. So they are in town, and they'll be taking off from the Ramada Hotel over in Hancock. So they are in town to kick off the celebration.
All right, excellent. And for the rest of the upcoming weekend, what else do we have in store?
Yeah, well, tomorrow we kick off with a few family-friend activities throughout Houghton and Hancock. And then, of course, vendors open down in Houghton at 3 o'clock and go till midnight. And then we have our grand parade tomorrow, rain or shine. That parade lineup starts at 5:30, and we'll kick off that parade at 7:05. That will be right behind the Thatcher Markham 5K run that takes place before the parade. So the big parade tomorrow night, and then it follows into Saturday with a huge lineup of activities. We got music. The music lineup this weekend is just tremendous. Again, it's all free. We have a street dance over in Hancock as well as far as music. But yeah, just a lot of activities for the kids and families. So come out and enjoy. BridgeFestFun.com will have our full list of schedules and how you can register if any of those events look enticing where you want to get in yet. I know the hot dog eating contest is still looking for some contestants. So come out and see how many hot dogs you can eat within 5 minutes. That'll happen on Saturday at 3 p.m. So overall, just check out that schedule of events. It's jam-packed, and we're ready to go.
All right, excellent. And like I said, last year, it was once I arrived in the UP, this was one of the bigger events I was able to attend, and lots of people there. What kind of crowds does it usually draw?
Yeah, we're looking at tens of thousands of people here. Last year we had a counter down at the Kessner Waterfront Park, and that's just one entrance to one main event of the weekend. And we clocked well over 12 to 15,000 people coming just through that one gate and supporting it there. So, I mean, we have events over in Hancock, and then people have to drive across that bridge to for those events, and it's supporting the whole Keweenaw.
Excellent. And with all those people coming to the area, what exactly does that do for the community?
That's a huge thing. We were just talking about the kind of revenue that it brings to our area from small businesses and nonprofit organizations, and just the overall awareness so people can talk about us and they return visit to the area. So we're looking at like between $2.5 and $3 million in revenue over the weekend that we see going back into the community, of course, whether that's a service happening or if they're staying overnight or if they're grabbing a bite to eat. I mean, it goes all over. And then we're expecting 60 plus vendors down at the Ray Waterfront Kessner Park there. And all those are small businesses too. So it puts money in their pocket as well.
Excellent, excellent. All right. And it's almost here, Katie. So anything else anyone should know about Bridge Fest?
I just want to thank our presenting sponsor, Copper Shores. They've came on and tremendous support. And again, fireworks will happen on Saturday nights. I just got the A-OK. We're going ahead with no weather issues in the report. And will be shot off by Incredible Bank is our sponsor for fireworks this year. And that'll be 10:35 on Saturday. We have a 17-minute show scheduled to go up. This is all synced to music. So tune in to 97.7 and join us for the fireworks.
Fantastic. Sounds great. Katie, thank you so much for coming on today, giving us a little preview. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
And tomorrow on Insights, we're chatting with UP Rainbow Pride about Pride Fest activities happening this weekend in Marquette. Mike Ludlum has your sports headlines after the break. He'll tell us about a golfer who managed to win his first pro tournament today. We're back in 2 minutes.
Did you want to have some fun?
Beyond the Gates. It's a CBS super soapy summer.
There's this fascinating little thing called sex. You are playing with fire.
I swear to God, if you try me, you're gonna rot in hell for this, Dana.
Enjoy the burn.
Beyond the Gates. New CBS weekdays.
At Big Valley Ford in Ewan, we're more than just a dealership. We're your hometown partner in finding the perfect ride. With a huge selection of high-quality vehicles, there's something here for every lifestyle and every budget. Looking for value? We've got one of the largest selections of pre-owned Ford trucks in the UP, all in excellent condition and low miles, along with a huge selection of new Broncos and trucks all ready to roll. Experience the Big Valley difference at Big Valley Ford in Ewan.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
I'm Drew Carey from The Price is Right here on TV 19.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. The Escanaba softball team had another nail-biter in its Division II semifinal against 7th-ranked Richmond. Let's go to Michigan State. You thought the games against Gaylord and Hudsonville Unity Christian were tough. This one was as well. Escanaba's Grayson LaMarche in the circle and on fire early. Struck out the side in the top of the first, including Ashley Stafford. But the Eskimos weren't exactly having a lot of success against Richmond pitcher Katie Shoeboy. She K'd 12. Katie Lamb here in the second. It was 0-0 after 4 innings. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Escanaba's Mackenzie Engebretson will single up the middle for the first Eskimo hit. However, her pinch runner Abby Durkis was picked off by Richmond's catcher at first base, quickly ending that threat. We move to the top of the 6th. Andy Field's team having a little bit of trouble in this inning. LaMarche will strike out Katie Telto, but the ball bounces off the glove of catcher Carly Bowden, and Telto dashes the first in time. After a bunt single and a sacrifice bunt, runners on second and third with 1 out. Ashley Stafford bounces one to first. Engebretson tags out Stafford, but the throw gets away, and Telto and Kendall Nader will cross the plate and give the Blue Devils a 2-0 lead. Tough thing about that bouncer, it could have gone foul, but you just don't know in that situation if you can take that chance. Escanaba was not able to get anything going after that. Shoeboy struck out Bowden to end the game. After 2 very close contests in the regional final and quarterfinal, Escanaba comes out on the short end of a 2-0 score to the Richmond Blue Devils.
basketball can be a cruel game, but so is life, and this is a life lesson for the girls. And we had a great season, 40 wins. It's nothing to get upset about, and we just got to keep our chin up, and we'll be good.
Parents for Howard Stewart.
Congrats to Escanaba for getting this far. Richmond will meet Paw Paw Saturday in the state final. Paw Paw's Elizabeth Vanderberg smacked a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 7th, enabling Paw Paw to edge Carleton Airport 3-2 in the first semifinal. Kearney Nato and former Marquette University golfer Hunter Eichhorn has won his first pro tournament. Eichhorn shot a 10-under par today to earn the first prize of $10,000 at the Colonial Classic at Thomasville, North Carolina. Eichhorn had a score of 20 under par 193 over the 3-day event. This tournament is part of the G-Pro Tour. Eichhorn was 2 shots ahead of former Michigan State golfer and 2021 U.S. Amateur winner James Pyatt of Canton, Michigan. Eichhorn earned more than $7,000 less than 2 weeks ago by finishing in a tie for 26th at the UNC Health Championship in Raleigh, North Carolina. Michigan Tech and Upper Peninsula Sports Hall of Famer Ted Curley has died. Curley was the Huskies football coach from 1969 through 72. His record was 29-7, winning 3 Northern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference titles. Curley took over as athletic director in 1972 and spent 17 years in that position. He guided the start of women's athletics, the University Sports Hall of Fame, and saved the football program when the budget was cut by 76% in 1980. Curley was inducted into the UP Sports Hall of Fame in 1995 and the Michigan Tech Sports Hall of Fame in 1997. In 2019, Michigan Tech renamed its football facility Sherman Field at Curley Stadium because of the contributions of Ted and his son, Tom. Services are tentatively planned for Monday, June 30th at First United Methodist Church in Hancock. Ted Curley died Sunday in Las Vegas at the age of 93. Former Michigan Tech basketball player and All-American Dawn Plitzu-White has agreed with a contract extension that will keep her with the Minnesota Golden Gophers as head coach through the 2031 season. Plitzu-White will enter her 3rd season with the program this fall. She has a 45-27 record and a couple of championships, postseason championships. No, not the NCAA, but some good ones still. And we will be right back.
Spas, spas, spas! The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the Ruth Butler Building at the UP State Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the UP State Fairgrounds.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News.
The cost of food has gone up. Every time I blink, it goes up.
The cost of living.
I cannot afford to retire.
While chasing the American dream. Tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Chips or cracks, we've got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
Jennifer Hudson Show. Justin Hartley is right at home.
All this stuff matches my outfit. Thank you for doing it.
Then,
I feel good.
A boy's first day at school left him feeling fly. Plus, today, you're the talk show host.
Please put your hands together for my guest, Jennifer Hudson.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
She's inquisitive.
What led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Spas, spas, spas! The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend inside the Ruth Butler Building at the UP State Fairgrounds. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, cold tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the UP State Fairgrounds.
Welcome back. We are seeing cloudy skies on our 19 News Skycam downtown Escanaba, but that goes for everyone across the Upper Peninsula as we're seeing some cloud cover. Not seeing too much rain for tonight. We'll start to see a little bit of that down towards the southern Upper Peninsula for tomorrow, with those chilly temperatures continuing into the weekend. A few leftover showers for Saturday, but Father's Day looking good, a little bit warmer and lots of sun.
Kelly, thanks again. And finally this evening, June 14th is Flag Day. To celebrate, Michigan veteran home DJ Jacobetti is hosting its first community pancake breakfast fundraiser. It's open to the public from 8 to 11 a.m., taking donations to benefit the Veterans Home's charitable support funds, which supports special outings and trips for local veterans and makes for a great way to start the weekend.
We all appreciate the amount of support we get from the community. I'm hoping for a good turnout. I mean, what better way to start your weekend than coming and have pancakes with us?
The breakfast will be held in the Jacobetti's back parking lot at the end of 5th Street. That's all for now, everyone. We'll see you again later tonight.